I almost uninstalled Highguard after an hour, not because it is broken, not because it is bad, it just made me feel nothing. And for some reason, that scared me more than if I just hated it, because if a brand new shooter can't make me feel anything, maybe the problem isn't with the games, it was with me.
I used to love this genre. Multiplayer shooters were the games I came home to, the games I couldn't stop thinking about, the games that made hours disappear. So when Highguard launched, I thought maybe this was the one, the game that would remind me why I fell in love with shooters in the first place. Instead, I just felt tired. So I tried something I probably should have done years ago. I played Titanfall 2 for the first time.
Trust me.
When Highguard closed out the Game Awards, it felt like the industry was telling me this is the next big one. Why? Because Jeff Keighley liked the game. That's it. I thought for sure that I would love Highguard. I mean, it was made by the same creators as Apex Legends. So in my head, this wasn't a gamble. This was a sure thing. But after the first match, something felt off. Not broken, just off. I thought I just needed to get used to the rules and controls.
And the rules are weird. It's a 3v3, but you're trying to destroy their castle. Where did this battering ram come from?
It gets simpler the more you play it. It's just get the sword and shoot whoever is in front of you. But once I got the rules down, it suddenly got very tedious. So I told myself it just hadn't clicked yet, that if I gave it a few more matches, the fun would show up. But more matches wasn't the answer. So I tried a different warden. Maybe I just picked the wrong one. But that didn't help. They didn't play any differently, just different abilities between them all. I just have to make one of them my main and I'll fall in love with this game, but that never happened. I tried out different weapons. I was never good with a sniper rifle. An SMG is more my thing, but they all feel the same. I even tried to play with friends, which helped a little bit, but ended the same way every match did. Just another session played. And the weird part is, I couldn't explain what wasn't clicking. I thought I just got bored with the game and needed to take a break from it. But once I came back, nothing had changed.
I didn't know what happened. I began to worry this is something that the game couldn't fix.
But I kept playing it, and somewhere in the middle of another match, I had a thought that I didn't like very much. When was the last time a shooter actually excited me? I tried not to think about that. I told myself it was just Highguard. Not every game is going to land. So I did what I always do. I downloaded a few other shooters I bounced off before. So I started with Fortnite. I mean, it's the most popular battle royale. People can't get enough of this game. It was amazing to see random characters getting headshots from across the map. Fortnite was fun. But I caught myself thinking about my phone more than the match. So what about Marvel Rivals? I made a video on that game before and had a lot of fun making it, and now there are so many more of my favorite heroes. But once again, every match just felt the same. It was so exhausting having to deal with incompetent teammates. I was trying hard, but I wasn't caring hard. A multiplayer game should allow you to turn off your brain and let the hours fly by. Maybe something familiar would bring me back. So I went to Call of Duty, and it was like returning to your parents' house as an adult, seeing familiar maps and familiar kill streaks, but there was nothing exciting about it. Call of Duty felt comfortable, which I didn't realize was a problem until I stopped playing.
Why isn't any of this working?
Individually, none of these games were bad. Together, they were starting to tell me something I didn't want to hear. At some point, I stopped asking which game should I try next, and started wondering why I was trying at all. That question stuck with me longer than I wanted it to, and the thought I kept circling back to was one I didn't want to say out loud. What if I didn't love this genre anymore? There was a time where shooters were all I thought about, the games I stayed up late playing, the games I couldn't wait to boot up again. And then I started wondering if this is just what happens. If at some point, the things that used to grab you just stop. I didn't feel angry, I just felt tired. After a while, I stopped jumping between shooters. I wasn't looking anymore. I think I was just done. I think I was just running out of energy to keep trying. And around that time, I kept seeing the same suggestion, just play Titanfall 2. The weird thing is, I never played it. Not because I avoided it, it just never happened. And at this point, I wasn't looking for a masterpiece. I just wanted to feel something again. So one night, I downloaded Titanfall 2. jumping in, I immediately noticed the speed at which this game takes you. I was flying through these maps and I never wanted to slow down. My body was reacting faster than my brain. I didn't need to think. I could finally shut my mind down. I felt engaged in a way I hadn't in a long time. Each match gave me another reason to stay locked in and do my best to achieve victory. And at some point, I realized I stopped checking the clock. Not because I was grinding for rewards, but because I wanted to queue again. Then I started the campaign. It opens with you as a rifleman and you feel it. Small, weak, and then you become a pilot. And suddenly everything changes. I got lost in it, hunting collectibles, watching BT and Cooper grow closer, seeing new mechanics introduced just as the last ones wore out their welcome. I lost track of time again, and when I reached the ending, watching BT uphold Protocol 3, I just sat there for a moment because I hadn't felt that way in a long time.
So this is what I was missing.
I didn't just get lost in Titanfall 2. I remembered what it feels like to be lost in a game at all. I love having two different playstyles mixed together so well that it feels like this is where multiplayer games were supposed to evolve into. The times made me feel powerful and unstoppable, while being a pilot made me feel like the underdog, taking out every Goliath in my path. But I will never forget the feeling I always got. The roaring thunder as a 25-ton behemoth hailed towards me, ready to aid me in battle as I prepared for Titanfall. I thought for a long time I was chasing nostalgia, that I was just one of those people who couldn't let go of how games used to feel, someone stuck romanticizing a past that didn't really exist the way I remembered it. That's what Highguard made me feel. That's what every modern shooter made me feel.
Like, the problem wasn't the genre, the problem was me. I kept telling myself, maybe you're just not into shooters anymore. You know, you already had your fun. Maybe this part of your life is just over. And then I played Titanfall 2 for the first time, and everything I'd been chasing was just sitting there, waiting.
The movement, the music, the pacing, the way the game trusted you to be fast, smart, and creative, the way it wasn't afraid to be fun instead of addictive. I wasn't chasing a fake memory, I wasn't chasing nostalgia, I was chasing a game that already existed, and I just didn't know it yet. And once I realized that, it made me really happy. And then it made me really sad, because Titanfall 2 isn't just good, it's special. And there's probably never going to be another game like it again. No Titanfall 3, no second chance, no revival. I didn't miss the feeling, I missed the timing. I arrived late to something beautiful, and for a while, that hurt more than all the disappointment I felt with modern shooters combined. But somewhere between the wall running across rooftops and hearing BT talk to me like I actually mattered, I realized something. It is sad that games like this probably aren't coming back. It is sad that the genre moved on. It is sad that I found this too late to be part of its movement. But it's also kind of incredible that I get to experience it at all. That this game still exists, that it's still here, that I'm alive at the same time as it. I don't think Titanfall 2 fixed my burnout. I think it just reminded me that the feeling I fell in love with in the first place was real. And even if the genre never gives me something like this again, I am grateful that it happened once. Because now I know I wasn't chasing a lie, I was chasing something beautiful from the wrong decade.